Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, we appreciate you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you watched yesterday's video, then you know today's video is going to be about the WWE releases that came about on Wednesday, because there was one big name that surprised a lot of people, but I'll be honest with you, it didn't surprise me, and I'll get into that coming up here in just a minute or so. And if you have not watched yesterday's video, if you're a college football fan or know somebody who is, please feel free to tell them to watch yesterday's video where I gave my 2021 quick preview of the North Carolina Tar Heels football team on whether or not I believe they're a top 10 team. And tomorrow's video, we're going to do a quick recap of the NBA playoffs, because unless the Clippers and the Mavericks go 7 games, then by tomorrow every first round series will be over with. So we'll take a quick look at the first round of the NBA playoffs coming up tomorrow. But why couldn't the flower cross the road? It lost its petals. And that is your dad joke of the day. That one was given to me by Robin Thomas. So if you know her, please tell her thank you for today's dad joke of the day. I'm always saying that I'm always up for taking suggestions of the dad joke of the day. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the Wednesday releases from the WWE. There was only 6. We know that back in April, right after WrestleMania, they released a ton of talent, but they always do that right after WrestleMania, and it's usually people that they just don't use and have no plans of using because it saves the company money. And then I believe it was one day last week, the NXT announcer, Tom Phillips, got released, but this time it was all in-ring talent. There was 6 names. It was 3 males and 3 females. The females were Ruby Riot, Lana, and Santana Garrett, and the males were Buddy Murphy and Alistair Black and Braun Strowman. Now, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that they didn't release Lana a year ago or 2 years ago, because they've never really done a whole lot with her. So her being released did not surprise me at all. And I'm sure since she's married to Miro, she'll be in AEW within 90 days. So don't be surprised to see her on there, and she'll still be useless, but I'm sure since she's married to Miro, she'll be there. Ruby Riot really didn't surprise me because they've never done a whole lot of anything with her. Now, they supposedly had plans for Santana Garrett, but they had plans one time before for her, and then she got injured. So I really don't know what those plans were, but I guess they decided to go ahead and cut bait with her and save that money. But they always do this every year to save money. Now, there's a rumor that the WWE is going to be up for sale, and it's going to be between $2 and $4 billion. Now, that rumor has been going on for a couple of years now. I don't know if it's true, but the latest rumor is that it's going to be sold to NBC Universal, which, of course, NBC Universal already owns the USA Network. So if that happens, Raw will stay on USA and NXT will stay on USA. But if that happens, then it can't happen for a couple of years, because NBC Universal is not going to buy the WWE and let SmackDown be on Fox. And I believe SmackDown on Fox's contract, I think, goes through 2023. I'll try to look that up in the next couple of days, but I think it goes through 2023. So if that rumor is true, we'll find out in a couple of years. But right now, they're saving all the money that they can because the ratings have been so bad. But on to the males that got released. One was Buddy Murphy, and he didn't surprise me at all. I'm surprised he didn't get released back in April. And then Alistair Black, I'm glad, got released. Alistair Black is the most bland, boring wrestler that I've ever seen. When your finishing move is a spinning kick, then I'm sorry, but you suck. I would rather stand on freshly cut grass and watch it grow and stand on it while it grows, while I'm watching paint dry, while I'm sitting in quicksand, than I would watch Alistair Black wrestle. And then the name that surprised most people, but didn't surprise me, was Braun Strowman. And I know he's been there since, I believe, 2013. He's a former world champion, but he hasn't really done anything of relevance here recently. And it didn't surprise me, and I'll tell you the reason why. Remember, what was it, 2018, I think it was, when they had Braun Strowman being this big, huge monster where he tipped over the ambulance and all that kind of good stuff. So you've already did the monstrous heel gimmick, so you can't really do that again. And at his size, he's very limited at what he can do in the ring. So if you've already used his big, bad, strong monster thing, and he can't really do a whole lot in the ring, and he's almost 38 years old, which 38's not old, but you don't see many guys that are 6'8", 375 pounds wrestling in their mid-40s. So he probably really only has about 2 or 3 good years of wrestling left in him. He's not a comedy character. So if he's not a comedy character, he's not a tag team wrestler. You've already used a monstrous heel gimmick, and he can't really do a whole lot in the ring. There really ain't many options left for Braun Strowman. So really, honestly, it didn't surprise me, but I'm sure you'll see him in AEW or Impact coming up here within 90 days as soon as his non-compete clause ends. There's a rumor that coming up in the next few days, they're going to release Keith Lee and they're going to release Liv Morgan. Now we'll have to sit back and wait and see if that happens. But while we're on the subject of the WWE, I wanted to go ahead and say that there's a rumor right now, and if it's true, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually very excited about it, and I don't know why, but for some reason I am. But there's a rumor going around that SummerSlam, the 2 main event matches, are going to be Roman Reigns versus John Cena and Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Now, of course, that's a match that people have been wanting to see for a long time, since both guys used to be in WWE, and then they both left to become professional fighters, and now they're both back in the WWE. But of course, Brock has not been on TV now in a good long while, but he is now currently back on the WWE Raw roster page. So I guess even though they haven't officially brought him back to TV, apparently he's back. I'm just curious where Paul Heyman's going to fit in all this. Is he going to be ringside with Roman and Brock in both of their respective matches, or is he only going to be at ringside with one? And if so, which one will it be? I'm just curious to see if that's going to happen. But that is the rumor, that those 2 matches are going to be the 2 main event matches at SummerSlam, which of course is WWE's next big pay-per-view coming up here in a couple of months. I've never been a big fan of John Cena, but I love Roman Reigns' heel character, so I'm actually very excited about the thought of Roman Reigns and John Cena, and I think Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar is going to be a great match, so hopefully that does happen. Just wanted to mention that since we're on the subject of the WWE. But if you're a WWE fan or a wrestling fan in general and have any thoughts on the releases, on whether you're surprised about them or not, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. And if you want to be like Robin and give me an idea for a dad joke, please feel free to drop a dad joke in the comment section. I love a good dad joke. If you follow me on Facebook, you can also drop me a dad joke on my Facebook page as well. I'm up for a dad joke anytime, night or day, so you can drop it on my Facebook page or the YouTube comment section. Either one is fine with me. But until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.